Welcome back to the podcast.
We're your hosts. I'm Abigail.
And I am Matt, and this is our 17,000th time starting this recording because I decided to get a MacBook and OBS is super annoying on Mac. But I digress. Today we're going to be talking about the Oscars. We're going to be covering the whole event. Obviously, this isn't our normally scheduled day that we released, and we didn't drop one last Friday. It's because obviously we both work full-time jobs, and we decided that let's just do an episode in the middle where we cover the Oscars and like everything that happens in relation to the Oscars, and then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming the following week. And that gives us time to like do some research and work on some like bigger topic related stuff that we want to do. So just for this week, we're going to be doing something in the middle that covers kind of 2 weeks, which is why you haven't gotten an episode last Friday. But yeah, we're talking about the Oscars. Do you want to give your like 2 cents on the whole thing overall before we get into actually just going down the list of awards and talking about everything?
I did not see the Oscar ceremony because Matthew and I both worked when it aired. And then I worked, he did not, but I worked yesterday. So I did, and also yesterday I was watching one battle after another because I was like, this is so much of the ceremony, I have to watch it.
Oh,
Um,
yesterday I got to stream 7 hours of marathon. Felt great.
Insanity. Check out his channel. It's
We
fun
digress. I play video games.
if you get it. Um, I did not get to watch it. I did see 2 Oscar speeches. I loved them. I also find the Oscars a little bit whatever. I'm like, it's fun and it's great, but it's also not super like the best of last year, to be honest. Like we both thought that F1 was the best movie of last year. Well, I thought Avatar and Fire and Ash was, but like in a literal
Hmm.
not sequel sense, F1 was the best standalone movie last year and it barely got anything. So just adding that anecdote. I did not speeches are my favorite part and I did not get to watch. So I will be coming back next week. Next week I'm gonna say my favorite speech. You're gonna say your favorite speech. And also we're going to
Tally up our votes
do a
on.
little yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to when we reviewed the nominees, which was like a month ago, I think, if you want to go back and look at that episode. And we're going to see who was right and who was wrong. And
Yeah.
obviously, I was right.
We're gonna
Clearly,
see who has the most like hits because obviously
I do.
I think it's gonna be me.
It's
Actually, it's not
definitely
gonna be
me.
me
So
because I
anyway,
gave F1 pretty much everything it was nominated
yeah,
in.
ridiculous.
Well, it's cool. I
So
wanted to win.
anyway,
It's not who I thought was gonna win, but
also I hadn't seen Frankenstein at the time, so maybe we'll see. We'll see.
oh my god, we watched
Yes,
Hamnet recently.
my
That movie was ass.
that movie was beautiful. He's wrong. He's
That
wrong.
movie
Wait,
was
wait.
ass.
My favorite Oscar speech of all time. I'm an Oscar speech geek. I love them. And my favorite one of all time is Olivia Colman's Oscar speech for The Favorite, which I think was just before or just after quarantine. I don't really remember that. But I want to say 2019, but I could be wrong. Let us know in the comments what your favorite Oscar speeches are. I will watch them. I love them. I'm obsessed and I will tell you what I think and I want to know what you think. So please tell us so that we can see them because I'm obsessed with them. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was that's it. I also haven't seen the winners besides the 2 speeches that I saw. So this is actually going to be my first time hearing them and seeing who won. What did you think of the ceremony, Mr. Matthew?
I thought it was fine. Obviously, like as you said, we were at work, so we weren't able to watch it. So I was keeping up to date throughout the day at work, just kind of like scrolling through my phone, like just who won this, who won that. Um, because I wanted to know. I can't hold back to like I want to know what's going on. Uh, some upsets that I thought some things should have won specific stuff. Other than that, like I went back and watched a couple of the speeches while you like the night of just to see like what they were saying, and I watched the opening from Conan and stuff, just everything that it was good. Like, it's like an Oscar, it's like a traditional Oscar. I think it was in a different amphitheater this time. It looks different than the year before, or the years before that. Maybe they just decided to structure it different. I don't know if they host it every year in the same place. I'm not like actively looking at where they are doing it, but it just looked like a different venue. And second of all, something I noticed that I never really even thought about this until literally this year is does the person who wins actor in a leading role, an actress in a leading role, or whatever from the year before present the award this year?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Or
that's
I think
Adrian
they
Brody
I think
presented the
they
award.
always invite yeah, they always invite them. Not that they always do,
Do
because they can.
They can obviously,
they can turn it down or whatever. But yeah, I think they always do invite the previous winner. I don't think for every category,
because I
but
was
yes,
thinking
they
about it, like, because when Eddie Redmayne won for what, The Theory of Everything,
yeah.
he was also nominated the following year for The Danish Girl. So he can't theoretically present the award because if he had won,
Right, right, right,
he can't
right,
present the award to himself, correct? That would be weird.
right. Well, that'd be really
That
cool,
would
I
be
think.
insane. I actually saw this video. We're getting off topic. But yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. There's some upsets that I want to talk about, but we're going to get into it in this next screen where we start talking about the actual awards. You ready? Yes.
Yes, ready.
All right.
Shoot.
Boom. Obviously, one of the big awards of the night, right up at the front, which we were talking about this previously in one of the last recordings before we got to. I don't actually think that this is like the number one award. It's just, I think they alphabetically organize the awards on their website, which I think is, whoever makes these websites for these fucking award ceremonies, you're atrocious. The Oscars website, the SAG website, the BAFTA, every fucking award ceremony website is ass. It's dog shit. Besides the point, it's so bad.
I don't know if there's a specific reason that they do it like this, but it's not. I do like the selected category here at least. On some websites they don't have that.
And then also, it's not even alphabetically organized in here as well. So it's alphabetically organized up here, Act A and L and A and S, and I'm pretty sure that's how it is. If we scroll
Well,
down,
and
I
that
think.
might be in lead in order of like votes or something. I don't
I don't.
know.
I don't know. But the point is,
We don't know.
Michael B. Jordan won for Sinners. Obviously, that's who you called, who you wanted to win. I am not
That
upset
is.
with it. I am happy. It was, for me, it was like a razor thin margin between him and Timothy. For you, which you just mentioned, it actually swapped after you watch One Battle.
Yeah, so I still stand on Michael B. Jordan. I think that his performance was absolutely phenomenal. Not to mention he played two characters. What are they? Stack and Smoke, right?
Yeah,
And they are so contrasted even when he's playing off of the other person. So I honestly think that that was just incredibly well done. Um, I will say after watching One Battle After Another yesterday, which is why I didn't watch the award ceremony, I was watching One Battle After Another. My next pick was Timothy, but my next pick is now Leonardo. Um, I think his performance was, so we were talking about the whistle,
the Mexican whistle
and
is so good.
I don't, prefacing with I don't know if this is true, but I saw a video where somebody said, yeah, in one of his interviews he said that he would practice his whistle and his essay and accent and all this stuff with his gardeners at his place. So I don't know if that's true, but if it is, job well done. I think that just he
Yeah,
was very,
that's
I don't
crazy.
know, the movie was truly insane. Like I was like, what am I watching? But yeah, his performance was incredible. The movie was really good.
Like I said, I
Definitely.
wanted Timothy to win. Razor for me, it was Timothy, Michael, and then Leo was, in my opinion, kind of a little bit lower than both of them. Like they were like 1A, 1B. Then Leo was like actually 2. And then
Okay.
Wagner, Mora, and Ethan Hawke. So I'm not upset with it. A lot of people, we had a whole controversial person in our comments the other day saying that whoever wants Timothy to win doesn't understand how deep the movie is or deep his performance is and all this other shit.
I actually never checked back on that comment,
They never
but
replied back
if
because it didn't
if
make
that
any
was
fucking
you,
sense.
if that did they ever reply back?
I don't think so.
If that was you, please tell us what you think now that he won. Also, will say I am disappointed in the nominations because I think Brad Pitt should have been nominated
For F1?
for F1. Yes, I think that that was so freaking good. And also, where's Jonathan Bailey? But anyway, I
For
digress.
what? Wicked?
Wicked.
He's not a lead
Oh, I
role.
think
He's
he's
a
supporting.
supporting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he's also not in supporting. So
He's
my
not in
statement still
supporting.
applies.
But what I'm saying is like, but also he's not going to beat Sean Penn from One Battle.
I agree.
Sean Penn was
I
so good in One
also,
Battle.
what was wrong with him? That was
Like,
so weird.
he's such a good actor in that movie.
Yes, I agree. I'm just saying the character.
The second thing I wanted to say is I honestly knew, I could tell that I wanted Timothy to win, but I knew that Michael was gonna win, especially like leading up to the SAG Awards and him winning. And that was right
Mhm.
before the voting for the Oscars and Timothy's whole thing with the ballet, which they actually were like making reference to him. Like there was like 5 or 6 digs in I heard about, I haven't seen, but in the actual Oscars, different presenters and
Insane.
stuff doing digs at him in relation to that thing that he said. Um, but I digress. I kind of knew that Michael was gonna win. Not that he didn't deserve it, but like you can kind of read the room and like the environment leading up to the Oscars. You can kind of tell that Michael B. Jordan was gonna win,
Yes,
which I'm
I
happy
agree.
for. First
Very
nomination
good.
ever. First,
And his speech was so cute.
it was beautiful with Ryan Coogler there. You get to see Jesse Plemons, I think his name is. He was in Begonia with Emma Stone. They both grew up together in, I think it's Friday Night Lights, that football show. Like they were
Yeah,
both very young, and then he got to see him win
I
you
didn't
see
know
him
that.
like it was a beautiful moment. I think it was fantastic. Great. No, not upset at all. So I'm very happy with that. I think that's a
Yes.
point for you though, because I had Timothy. I think you said Michael. Okay. Actor in a supporting role. We have Sean Penn won, obviously. He won, I'm pretty sure he won the last 3 main award ceremonies for this category. He won the SAG. I think he won the Golden Globe, and I'm pretty sure he won the BAFTA. I'm not sure. I'd have to look back at it, but
Good.
it was pretty obvious that he was going to win. It was either at this point looking back and rewatching, like kind of like recalibrating Sinners, and then when I rewatched Frankenstein, I kind of wanted to give it to Delroy Lindo for Sinners. I think he did such a good job. I initially wanted to give it
Yes,
to
I
Jacob
agree.
Elordi, but rewatching Frankenstein with you, I feel like he didn't do as much in that film than I thought when I first saw it. So I would have given it to Delroy Lindo or Sean Penn. I think they were both phenomenal. I think him in Sinners was really good.
I must agree with you.
Yeah,
I think either of those choices.
but I'm happy with it. I think Sean Penn killed it in that movie. I think it was fantastic. Like I'm not upset with it. Also, it was kind of like I was saying it earlier, it's a kind of like an easy prediction. Like he won the last like fucking 3 times in relation to this last year for this role.
Yeah,
So like it's kind of like, oh, it's gonna be him or it's gonna be like maybe this other person, but it's most likely gonna be him. With and you can say the same thing about the next category, which is you can see it down here, actress in a leading role. I wonder who won this. Jessie Buckley in
truly,
Hamnet. I
truly.
am so upset now. I am so upset. There's this
Why?
okay. I can I go on like a 3 minute tangent because we don't have a lot of time,
You can
obviously.
have 30
30
seconds.
seconds. I feel like they give Oscars to people who cry. Because Leo should have won for Wolf of Wall Street. Period. End of discussion. That is his greatest thing. And he won for Revenant, which was, in my opinion, one of his not so strong movies. Like, I swear, it's like who has the most emotional range, they give the Oscar to. I think that Kate Hudson overall had a better performance than Jessie Buckley, but I think Jessie Buckley was like more, it hit like a higher point individually. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong.
Yes, but I don't agree.
I think her in that movie hit a very high point, especially when Hamlet passes. That whole scene was crazy. Spoiler. When
Mhm.
he passes away, it's a crazy scene. It's insane. She did a phenomenal job. But like I feel like they gave her the Oscar for that scene because first of all, the movie, I did not even like the movie to begin with. The beginning was
I
so
thought the movie was
weird.
beautiful.
It was so weirdly rushed at the beginning and then it slowed down astronomically in the center and then it sped back. I don't know. It was weird. The pacing was atrocious in that film. And I think she did a phenomenal job, but I just think overall, Kate Hudson in that movie, Sing Song Bluebird Belong, was way better, in my opinion. In my opinion, Kate Hudson should have won. Some people saying that Rose Byrne should have won. I actually didn't get to watch that movie, but I do want to watch it. I think it was the only nomination for that movie was her in this role.
I also wanna watch that movie. I will say I agree with you. I think that they give best or I will say that every award show pretty much does a most emotional range, and also including the movie in that for most emotional range, like, rare like, Avengers could be the best movie that year. Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War were probably the best movies the year that they came out, and they still would not even get nominated
Yeah, it's
because
just it
they're
makes
not. But so on that note, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
we got there. Let's get it.
Jessie Buckley. Okay, I agree with the pacing of the movie, but just on Jessie Buckley's performance, I think was absolutely insane. Like truly, truly, I think that it was amazing. The kid was
Yes,
phenomenal.
good kid
That child
acting.
actor was
Yes.
insane. I'm apologize to him because I don't know his name, but I will learn it and I will know it for the rest of my life. It was so, so good. And I think Jessie Buckley, I think that what is her name? Kate Wins not
Kate
Kate
Hudson.
Winslet. Oh my word. Thank you so much. Kate Hudson. I think Kate Hudson's performance was amazing. If it wasn't Jessie Buckley, I would have said Kate Hudson.
Yes.
But I think Jessie Buckley just like
Bro, it was just
completely
too much of this, bro. Like it was like down here because I think the beginning of the movie was atrocious, and then it
but
got
that's the movie. That's not her performance.
good. Her performance was skyrocket beautiful, and then it like dipped down, and then it went up again, and then and then the movie ended really abruptly.
I thought the performance was flawless except one part I think at the end where she kind of laughs in relief or like in understanding of her husband. But I didn't understand the laugh. Like, I don't think I did not like that choice, but the rest of the entire performance for me was just just top, top, top. I think it was so amazing, and I think the movie is beautiful about grief, and I think that she did a fab I mean, obviously, I'm not even a mother, so I don't understand maternal grief or paternal grief. I'm sorry, I don't understand being a mother or father and grieving a child, but her performance was just so, so, so beautiful. So, I do
Eh,
think this was deserved. That being said, I did not see Emma Stone in Begonia because I didn't get to watch it. But also, I'm pretty sure when I watch it, I will still think the same thing because Jessie Buckley was that fucking good.
Kate Hudson.
That's it. That's my piece.
I like consistency. Like I understand there's like across the board, like consistently, like the movie you're doing phenomenal the entire time. And I think Kate Hudson
I
from
think
beginning to end was like up here. Jesse probably reached a higher peak up here, but it was like sometimes down here. And it might not be her fault. It might be the writing, the directing, the cinematography. It could be a lot of different things. But there was just points in time in that movie where it was like a little too down here, and she probably wasn't given enough to like make the performance better, right? Especially at the beginning of the movie. I think the whole like first 20 minutes I was like, what the fuck is going on? What is up
I agree
with
with
this
you.
bird? What is going on with this
That part.
fucking this cave? They're fucking in a barn. She's pregnant now. They gave birth to a baby. She's gonna have two like what the fuck's going on?
It was a lot.
And then he leaves to London for 6 years or some shit. Like it's too
And
much.
then it, like, comes to a halt, like, it stops, and then
Yeah.
yeah. I
It's
agree with you on the pacing. Her performance for me was, like, one of the best performances probably that I've ever seen.
well, the best
I will say
performance is
also
that
that Kate
well, I was gonna say the best
what?
performance was those like 10 minutes of like the kid dying. Like
Yes. I
that
also
point was insane.
well,
She was insane.
I I disagree. I think the whole thing for me because it was not just the grief, but also when he's leaving and she goes through that battle of like I want to talk to him about this, but I just can't stand him right now, but he needs to leave, but I need him here,
Yeah,
but
the
like
10
I need him
minutes.
to leave, but I need him here. No, no, no. Like the whole like even after that when he's like I'm leaving and they're sitting on the floor and the leveling in the movie is beautiful. Anyway, not the point. I think I loved her performance also because the writing is very deep, whereas Kate in Song Sung Blue, it's not it's deep as in metaphorically, but it's not deep in a subject. Like Hamnet is about grief. Like the majority of the movie is about grief. It's about grieving a child. Song Sung Blue is about a lot of things. It's a very broad like in Hamnet, it didn't really go through his Shakespeare's tenacity. It didn't delve into like him really wanting to do this work while being away. No, no, no. It was about her. It was about grief. It was about mourning a child.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't about falling in love. It's we skipped all through all of that just to get to the part about grief. Whereas Song Sung Blue was very like we want to be
Well, also Song Sung
known
Blue is a
for
biopic, like an
yeah, but that's what
exaggerated
I'm saying.
biopic.
Like, it's a very different like, she doesn't have the opportunity to be in depth with the depressive scenes, Whereas Jessie Buckley had maybe 20, 30 minutes worth of that. Kate Hudson had maybe 5 minutes in the movie worth of that, like spread out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So I think that their performances were just very different. It's hard to compare them.
Yeah. All right. Next one, another obvious one. Amy Madigan. Weapons. I'm pretty sure she was cooking the whole time, so no upset, not upset. I think Tiana won the Golden Globe, right?
Tiana.
Tiana, she won the
Yeah, I
Golden
think
Globe,
so.
but then I think the last two or three was Amy Madigan. So I think she's the best one. I wanted her to win. So that I think we both called Amy Madigan winner, or who we wanted to
Yeah,
win.
no, we did.
Based,
We
yeah.
definitely did.
So
Not surprised, very impressed. Moving on.
yeah, moving on. We're gonna gush for like 3 seconds, but like obviously the best animated feature film was K-pop Demon Hunter. Not even close. I think it's the
Let's
largest.
go.
If it was released in theaters and viewed by the amount of people that watched it on Netflix, it would be the largest grossing film of all time. 300 million plus people saw this movie. It was literally viewed by 110% of Netflix subscribers. That means that 100% of Netflix saw it and then 10% went back and watched it again. Fucking insane. And it is we
It
are
is
we are
very
a
good.
perfect example of someone who went back and watched it again because it
And
was
several
so
times.
fucking good. Because I watched it alone, and then I watched it again with you, and then you watched it again alone. Like phenomenal.
The music was beautiful, the plot was beautiful, the spiritual cultural influence was beautiful, direction, design. The animation is insane.
Sony picture animation, so fucking good. That's why Into the Spider Verse is the best Spider-Man movie. Period. No questions asked. No questions. It's not
No
even
question.
not even question. No. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. I mean, Zootopia 2 might have been a close second. I think it was a phenomenal movie as well, but like it's not even touching K-pop Demon Hunter in my opinion.
I concur. I concur.
Animated shorts, we never got to see any of these. The girl who cried pearls. We need to go back and watch these. I actually have no opinion of any of these, but
I will be watching them now that it's like I have time.
yeah, now that we have time. We're happy for them. We're happy even for this category to exist. Step 1. I'm happy. But the girl who
We
cried pearls.
have one.
I don't know which one we guessed that would win, but I guess we'll go back and
I think
tally the
one of
points.
us guessed the girl who cried pearls. I think it was
I
you.
think one of us guessed that one. I might have been me because it was the longest name. I don't know why I picked it. All right, next casting, one battle after another. Um,
Yes.
I agree. Overall casting,
Business.
it might have been the best overall casting. It's again, it's very close for me for One Battle, Sinners, and Marty Supreme. Like they're very close. I think the casting in
I
Hamnet.
lie.
What?
What is the one with Jesse Buckley?
Hamnet.
Hamnet. Is it there?
Yeah. No, it should not have.
Where?
It's the second one.
Yes.
It should not have won. No.
That would have been it for me.
No.
That would have been it.
No.
Every single actor in that, and that's not to say that One Battle wasn't absolutely amazing. I don't know, it's hard because One Battle has a lot of actors, whereas Hamnet has few actors, but two of them are child actors. I don't know. I was very impressed with Hamnet, but also the casting. I don't know. I don't know. I
I
guess between those two for me.
I will
I'm not
give it
upset, but
one. I will give it to One Battle. It had hitters in that fucking movie. Sean
it
Penn,
did. It did. It did.
Leo, Benicio del Toro. It had bangers. It had really
Dude,
fucking great actors.
all of them, like all of them were really, really, really good
But
actors
I
and
want to give
actresses.
it
All
to
of them.
Marty just because you found so many hidden gems that were unknown. Kevin O'Leary, Tyler the Creator,
Yeah.
Odessa. Like, um,
Odessa.
it's just like people who aren't like in the sphere of like Leo, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, and did such a phenomenal job. Which you can almost
I
kind of say
agree.
about Hamnet because I had no idea who the fuck the guy who played William Shakespeare. All the kids did phenomenally well.
What?
I don't know who that guy is. The guy who played him?
Yes, you do.
Probably not. Is he like in Game of Thrones or some shit?
He's in. Hold on,
Well, you search that. For me, I wanted to give it to Marty, but it's actually very close between Marty and. So for
babe.
me,
Paul Mescal. He's in Gladiator
I
2.
never saw Gladiator 2.
Well, that's
The
insane.
point is, the
He
point
was
I'm making
in.
is when it comes to
Okay.
casting, it's not so much just picking really good actors, but also picking characters that can fit a role so well. And I think in Marty Supreme, the people that they picked, not only them being not very well known actors, some of them not even being actors at all, fit their role and did such a phenomenal job in that movie. Like you look at Leo, you look at Sean Penn, you look at Benicio del Toro. They're phenomenal actors. They can fit any fucking role. They're gonna do an amazing job. Like Tiana Taylor is an example of like she was in that movie and she's not a relatively known actress. She did a phenomenal job. She won the Golden Globe. The daughter did a phenomenal job. Like but
Like,
I feel like
okay.
Sinners had, or not Sinners, Marty Supreme had more of those things of like unknowns that kind of like lifted the movie really, really well. Sinners, again, like we talked about this one in the last one. I think their cast was like they had better cast throughout, but like it was like overall, it wasn't a much higher elevated level, is what I said last time. But I think I'd either give it to Marty or Hamnet, in my opinion. What I would have picked
I
for
would give it
casting.
to Hamnet or One Battle. I think the casting for One Battle was like so perfect. So perfect. I was watching the movie and I
Leo
was
is just
like,
perfect in
I really
anything.
believe all of them.
Leo is perfect in anything. It's not fair.
But it's not just Leo, even his daughter. She was really good.
That's what I said. I said the daughter Tiana, like they're like relatively unknown people in the acting world.
Also,
I think they did.
to watch Sean Penn do a monologue and be like, yeah, he'll be able to do this character.
Sean Penn is an Oscar-winning actor. He
Dude,
won Oscar in
dude.
leading
I
role
know,
like
but
10 years.
the character for me is like, I just can't, like, who, like, I can't. Like, that character is so absolutely absurd.
Okay,
Moving on.
moving on. Cinematography goes to Sinners. This is the first one I completely disagree with, in my opinion. First of all,
Okay.
E-
What was yours?
F1 should have been in here. I actually think I
Oh,
gave it
yeah,
to Sinners, or
obviously.
did I give it to Sinners? I definitely
I think
didn't.
you said
I definitely didn't give it to Marty Supreme.
you definitely gave it to F1.
But they're not even on the list. I want to give it to F1.
I know, I know, I know.
um, I don't know. It's either between, in my opinion, in this list, it's either One Battle or Frankenstein for cinematography. I just think the shots in Frankenstein were so
Okay.
phenomenally done, like done so phenomenally well that for cinematography, I think it deserves it. Sinners was also done really well, but it's just like I don't know, man. It's like it's Sinners overall is such a good movie, but it's like it's not the best in anything. It's like jack of all trades, master of none. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like F1, where it was like a jack of all trades, master of none, which is why like it got a decent amount of nominations. Sinners got what the most nominations in Oscar history, 16. So like I understand it being in all these categories because it's in the top five of every single one of these categories. But do I think it is the best thing in every category? No. Which is why
Right.
it's like an
Okay.
overall top five movie of last year. Like I agree. I think Sinners. I had Sinners as number 3 of last year's films. So I agree that it's in these categories and it deserves to be in them. But do
Sorry.
I think it should have won? No. I think maybe One Battle or potentially Frankenstein should have won cinematography over Sinners. But again,
Okay.
I'm not upset with it. Like this is a really stacked category and they're all really really phenomenal. Even though F1 should have been in there, in my opinion.
I liked Sinners. I think One Battle would be my other pick. Um,
No
I
Frankenstein.
I low key did not like Frankenstein.
You can have that opinion. I Loki did not like Hamnet,
I that's
and you
incorrect.
can
You
see
cannot
where
have
we
that
differ
opinion.
as humans, and you can
Yeah,
see
you're
where
not
we differ
allowed.
as humans.
Genuinely, Matthew and I were talking about this the other day, but it's one of the coolest parts of doing the podcast is that Matthew and I have our specialties in very, very different areas and love very different things. So when we find something like K-pop Demon Hunters that we're both like, oh, it's like it's very fun. But
Well, you
yeah,
didn't
no,
even like K-pop to begin with, or like you're not
I
very like
really
a
like.
big fan of K-pop, and I'm
I'm
a
not.
massive
You are.
lover of K-pop. So,
Yes, and also
which
you
is a
love
little weird,
anime.
but
No, it's not.
I mean, you look at me and you're like, this guy. You're like, this guy loves K-pop,
It's so funny because at work I describe you. They're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah, 6'1" MMA fighter.
plays video
Could
games,
cover me. Could cover me. I could if I was a little ball, he could cover me."
but loves K-pop.
And then I'm like,
Mhm.
"Yes, but loves K-pop." Yeah, exactly. But loves K-pop.
Yeah,
All right. I'm good.
yeah. Sinners,
I'm
hats off.
content.
I think Ryan Coogler did such a good job, but I
Honestly, I will say the reason that I would give it to Sinners over One Battle is because of the scene where once Smoker Stack turns into a vampire.
Mhm.
And there's that whole, like, into the room, out of the room, we're on the other side of the wall, and then they go in, and they find him like, that the cinematography there was so, so cool.
Mhm. You know
I
what's
liked it.
not on
It was
this
very cool.
list? Hamnet, because the
Okay.
cinematography in that movie was fucking dog shit.
Yeah, it was absolutely awful.
Holy shit,
It
it
was
was
really,
so
really
bad.
bad.
I was like, "Bro, what am I watching? Is this a YouTube video? What the fuck is
What
going on?"
To be fair, in the first 20 minutes, it was the worst.
The
Like,
worst.
after 20 minutes, it did shape up. The scene at the end with the staging where the play was playing out was much better.
Mhm.
Actually, it felt like a completely different cinematographer.
Felt like a completely different
It felt
movie.
like the
Like,
first
the first 20
Yeah, it
minutes,
felt like
a
the
different
first
movie.
20 minutes. Yeah, I completely agree. I think if they started it like 20 minutes in, it would have been perfect,
We
like a
start with the
perfect.
sex that led to making Hamnet. Actually, it didn't even lead to making Hamnet. It led to making their first daughter.
Also, like, did they just meet in the flowy garden? Did they just,
Who
hey?
knows? All right,
Yeah,
next, costume
I don't know.
design. And like I said,
Who won?
Frankenstein, like I said, I called it. I know 100% I called Frankenstein because I thought the costuming in Frankenstein was so good. I thought it was.
1 second.
What's up?
Good. Hi. Yeah, Frankenstein was very good. I did not love it. I did not love it, but,
For
the movie,
costuming?
but the costuming was
Yeah, okay.
great. No, no, wait, time.
You scared me.
The costuming was great. Is Hamnet there?
Hamnet's there. Avatar
God,
Fire and Ash, which is a
I
whole
don't know
CG
because
movie, made no sense for costuming and design, in my
no,
opinion.
that's not true. That's not true. They still have to design the costumes.
Whatever. Then Sinners and Marty Supreme. I gave it to Frankenstein. I'm pretty sure you also gave it to Frankenstein, or did you give it to Sinners? What did you give it
I
to?
don't remember.
I think I won this
Going
one.
back, I would not have given it to Frankenstein,
You would have gave it to
and I
Hamnet.
definitely would give it to Sinners, for sure. I loved actually, I said to him multiple times in the movie that I love the costuming in Hamnet. Her dresses were beautiful, I felt like everything looked very time period accurate. Do I know that for sure? No, because I don't study it like that, but it looked very accurate. I would give it to Sinners. I think that the
Sinners?
costuming in Sinners, yes, I think that the costuming is very well thought out. Um, I just saw something the other day that I was like, this is gonna be my costume pick for next year. I don't remember what it was, but Sinners, yeah, I would give it to Sinners for sure. Honestly,
You're wrong.
this is a hard category because I think this is a hard category because I don't find that costuming ever really fails a movie in these movies.
Okay.
Like in Oscar nominated movies, I think all of the costuming is so like even Marty Supreme. Like, you can tell when he's struggling, you can tell when they've gone through a long day, all the costumes look worn out, they look dirty. You can tell somebody's style from the other person. The costume design in Oscar nominated movies are always just top tier. Like, I'm never ever disappointed. So
Yeah.
I will say all of them.
You have to nitpick. Like, you have to be like nitpicky for something like this.
Yes, very. And I would
I'm
say Sinners for this.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Frankenstein. I think just the costuming of Frankenstein himself, like it's the set areas, everything. It's such a good job. But again, like
Okay.
what you said, Hamnet was also phenomenal. Marty was also good. Sinners was great.
Dude, they're good. Like, they look
Yeah,
good.
they all look great. I just think Frankenstein was, I think for the timepiece it was set in, was just a little bit better than most.
Okay.
All right, next, directing. And it goes to Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle
So
After
good.
Another.
So good. So good.
Um, I think I gave it to Safdie for Marty Supreme, but I mean, again, it's so close. Like, I'm not
Now that
upset
I've
with
seen
One
one
Battle.
battle, I would pick one battle.
I'm not upset with One Battle. I think One Battle did such a good job. Paul Thomas Anderson did a phenomenal job. I think Josh Safdie did such a good job for like. The thing is, the story of One Battle After Another is such a crazy fucking story that
Yeah, it is.
it lends you to so much. A story like Marty Supreme is not a crazy story. Even the story of sentimental values. Like if you look at the five movies here, Hamnet, it's a crazy ass fucking story. Sinners is a crazy ass fucking story. Uh One Battle After Another, a crazy ass fucking story. The only two that weren't crazy stories were Sentimental Values and Marty Supreme, and I think what Josh Safdie was able to do with Marty Supreme, I think is insane, which is why I picked it, but One Battle is a phenomenal movie. I can't hate.
One battle is definitely my pick here. I think the having to oversee all of it was like, and all of it just came out beautiful. The cinematography was so good. The costuming was good, the acting was good, the lighting design, like everything was just so good.
Hmm.
I will say, there were a few parts for me that were a little drawn out. Like, let me think. I think Sinners would have been my other pick. Like, oh God, hold on. There's the part in the cars. I feel like it's needed, but it's a little bit drawn out for me all the way at the end. And I would have liked to see the exchange between him and her a little bit different. Where like she's on the dune, like she's on the little sand dune
Hmm.
or whatever. She's on that little thing. And he's coming out. I would have liked to have seen that shot different. But otherwise, I think One Battle was the best one. It was so, so good. Like the direction was just phenomenal.
Okay.
And I need new
Uh,
vocabulary.
Next, we're gonna kind of sift through these. We didn't really watch any of these. Documentary, feature film. The winner was Mr. Nobody against Putin.
I think one of us picked that.
Maybe, I don't remember what I picked here, but I might have picked "Come See Me in a Good Light" because it's the longest name.
I think I think I picked the Alabama solution, but I don't remember.
Oh, I did see that one. That one I saw.
The
That's
Alabama solution?
isn't that the one about the prison system? Am I stupid?
No, I think you're right.
I don't remember.
Unless it's in the next one. There was one of these that I said I saw, but I actually didn't because I thought it was a different movie.
Well, hats off to you, whoever made directed this whole thing. Congratulations. Next is documentary
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
short film. All the empty rooms. I again, we have not seen any of these documentaries or these documentary short films, so they were all probably phenomenal shorts and or films, and this is the one that won. Congratulations. Give you one of these. And we keep it stepping.
And we keep it
Film
stepping.
editing. Winner, one battle after another. Obviously incorrect. The winner should have been F1.
Obviously incorrect. That's absolutely absurd. Like ridiculous.
The winner should have been F1. Not even a question. Let's keep it
I
stepping.
don't
They
know how
fucked it up.
F1 got robbed. Yes, I agree. I don't understand, but
I'm
continue.
pretty sure it got robbed of like 2 or 3 awards, which is crazy, in my opinion. Film
It
editing,
definitely.
the way that they shot F1 the movie, they actually they went through Formula 1 season recording live driving of Formula 2 cars,
Guys, he's obsessed.
rebuilt full bro, it's so fucking good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Like, you don't understand the complexity behind making a movie like F1. It doesn't
I
look
definitely don't.
complex, but because obviously the way that these people made the movie, they made it so it's like, oh, it just looks like an F1 race. It looks like these guys are just going through an F1 season. But to actually the logistics to actually do that is fucking crazy. Like, it's actually insane to do the logistics that they went through to make this movie. The way that they
Yes, and I
actually
agree
edited
that
the
it should have
film,
won
it
this.
makes it feel like you're in the pit in the cockpit with fucking Brad Pitt. Like, it's so good. It's so fucking good. This is like the biggest snub in my opinion. The next one is we'll get to it is cinematography. It's not it's what is it? VFX. But I can't be upset about that one because we're gonna see who won obviously. But I digress. F1 should have won this.
I don't.
International feature film went to Norway for Sentimental Values. It was either going to be Sentimental Values or The Secret Agent, in my opinion. I think
Yes, I agree.
Surat was a crazy movie. Like, I don't think any of these had really a chance. I think it was either like this was like 1A, 1B. Like, they were both up there really well. Um, Sentimental Values with Skarsgård was such a good movie. Elle Fanning, so good. So no hate. I'm very happy with this one. I think I selected this movie actually. I think we both might have selected Norway to win for
I
sentimental
think we did.
values. Yeah. So I think it was gonna be it was like a coin flip between both of these films in my opinion. Like, it was like literally like
I agree.
who wins that one. Sentimental values took it. Let's go Norway. Vamos Norway. uh Live action shorts. We did not see any of this, but there's two winners? I didn't even notice that. Two people won? The singers and
I
two
guess
people
so.
exchanging saliva? That sounds disgusting.
I think I picked that one.
I don't know which one I picked, but why is there two winners and why is the name of this one two people exchanging saliva? We keep it stepping.
We keep it
Congratulations.
stepping.
Congratulations to whoever. Now
I
I,
am
I
gonna
want to
watch the
watch that.
series.
I literally want to watch that. I did not notice the name when we were looking at the nominees last time. That's a crazy ass name for a short.
I think we literally talked about how weird it was.
There's no way.
I swear.
Makeup and hairstyle. A Frankenstein. Give me that. Damelo.
Give me
Give me
that.
that. Um, I
Dámelo.
honestly, I think the Smashing Machine was also really, really good because of the what they did with Dwayne the Rock Johnson to make him look like that is crazy. I personally, it was like I said again, it's a coin flip between them and the Smashing Machine. It was either Frankenstein or the Smashing Machine. Sinners did great, but like it's like you made Frankenstein look like that. You make Jacob Elordi look like Frankenstein, and then you make The Rock look like that. Like you
I
have one of
agree.
those two have to win. The Smashing Machine
I
was
no,
not a good movie, but he looked sick.
Frankenstein was Frankenstein was the one for this.
Yeah.
I'm laughing so hard because dámelo. You reminded me of that interview with Anthony Mackie and oh my god, and Sebastian Stan, where they're like, "Do you know any Spanish words?" And then they start naming Spanish words, and they're like, "Chocolate, papi chulo."
Okay.
That's what that when you were like, "Dámelo," that's what that reminded me of. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. It's hilarious.
So you agree Frankenstein? We both in agreement to
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only one it should have won, but
Yeah.
whatever. I'll
Uh,
allow it.
no, it should have won costume and design. You're wrong. Smashing.
Oh, I didn't see what is it called? Gokuho?
Gokuko. I haven't
I
seen
did
it,
not see
but
that. So I'm not I don't know.
the
But
costuming in the
go ahead.
Smashing Machine and Frankenstein were just on such an elevated level. Not costuming, but makeup and hairstyle for Smashing Machine and Frankenstein were so elevated in my opinion that like it doesn't matter what the fuck. No offense, but like I haven't seen the other movies, the other two, but there's no way. There's no fucking way. You saw what Frankenstein looked like. It's crazy. It is such
It
a
is
good job.
crazy.
It is such a good
Also,
job.
just all of
You
it
can't even tell that that's fucking Jacob Elordi. That's crazy.
when when he dies, when the guy dies. Forgive me, I did not like this movie,
The
so I don't remember it that
scientist,
well.
the not the scientist, but the guy who funded
Mm,
everything, the guy who
yeah. Like that looked so good. Like all of that makeuping and that looked really good. So I mean, not to sound morbid, but yeah, it did.
yeah. Next
Okay.
one, music original score went to Ludwig for Sinners. I agree wholeheartedly. I think it had the best music score for a film. Sinners score was so good. That's one thing I
I
think they
agree.
deserved wholeheartedly.
I agree. I'm not I think the music in Hamnet was beautiful. I don't think it matched the movie whatsoever. Like I do not think maybe the final piece at the end of the movie, but the rest of it was very suspensey, it was eerie, it was a lot of minor tones and it just did not give for me it did not give I was waiting for somebody to pop out and stab one of them. Like and it did obviously didn't happen because that's not what happened.
Yeah,
But it was so eerie, it was so off-putting
off-putting.
that, like, I just it did not yeah, I told Matthew, I was
I
like,
think
"This
it was
music is
like
making me
I think it
anxious."
was meant to be like that though because like she's very like witchy or some shit that they keep saying and then like it
Yeah,
was her
but, like, I don't
destiny
want
to
to
only have two kids. And then when she had the third one, she was like, the kid's gonna die. She always thought it was gonna be the girl, and then ended up being the boy. Like, I think it was meant to
but
be
I feel
like
like
that vibe.
the music in Brave, which is a Disney movie, if you haven't seen it,
Are
it's
you
beautiful.
you reference it every time, every episode?
Yeah, I do, everything. I'm obsessed. The music in Brave is witchy, but it's not scary, creepy, eerie
It's a
witchy, it's
Disney movie.
witchy. No, but, like, even the part that's, like, she's getting her mom spelled, which is, like, a morbid thought, like, that is very fucking crazy. It's still not, like it's but you can tell it's witchy, like, it has, like, the vibes
Yeah,
without being, like, somebody's about to die.
but I think it's a combination of the sound for Hamnet in particular. I think it's a combination of the sound, also with the way some things were shot. Like it combines to like make that like eeriness. Like if you've ever seen
Yes, I did not
Hereditary,
like that.
Hereditary is like a psychological horror movie that was probably one of the it's like top 5 greatest horror films of all time in my opinion. Um it's that like the way that that movie was shot on top of the way the sound score design and all that stuff was done combines to make it amplifies that, right? Like sound is an
Mhm.
amplifier, but you need the thing that you're watching to kind of also portray that thing to for the sound to
In
amplify it.
movies, I
Yeah.
agree with you.
So
I
I
agree
think it
with
was
you,
a
and that
combination.
it did not do it for me. Like this, I think with different music, I would have felt I felt the grief a lot from performance, but I would have and lighting and design and everything, but I would have felt it even more with the proper music, and it just did not hit for me.
But I don't even think it
So,
was they wanted you to
I
feel the
did like
grief
Thinner.
with the sound. They wanted you to feel that like it was a looming thing that was going to happen. Like cuz it was always that she
Well,
was meant to have two children. She was at her deathbed she was going to have two children, right?
okay, let me remake my sentence. I understand what you're saying and I understand the purpose and I hate the choice. So I guess my issue with this is direction.
Yeah.
I did not like this
I
choice
think
for the
Ludwig for
Sinners,
Sinners so good. The sound
10 out of 10.
design was phenomenal. The score for the timepiece was done so well, but also blended with like some very interesting tones to shift it to like the crazy thing that happens in the second half of the film. Like you have the first
Yes.
half of the film which is like dealing with like racism and all these other insane topics and them coming back and building this place for them to like really be their own, and then it leads into the whole musical scene with the cousin being some sort of like fucking having some weird abilities to bring back
I was gonna say,
ancestors.
it's a little different because music is actually a part of the movie.
Yeah.
It's not like yeah, it's like actually part it's like a music not that it's a musical, but in the same manner, it's part of the
Well, it's
movie
also
where,
nominated
like,
for
there's, like
original song, which we'll get to next category.
okay, okay, let's
But
keep going,
the
let's keep going.
score itself in between the beats of like the actual music, it blends so beautifully. Like I think
I agree with
Ludwig
you.
did such a phenomenal job blending the time, the setting, the the um the concept of the movie well with the sound. Like I think it's
I agree,
such a good sounding movie. Like for
I
score
agree.
wise, not the other thing. Because there's also sound editing, which is different. Original song obviously goes to Golden from K-pop Demon Hunter. In on the list, you had the one song from Sinners. You had no songs from Wicked, the two original songs from Wicked, which I agree they were both fucking ass in my opinion. You do you agree? The two new Wicked songs from two were terrible.
I thought,
Girl in the Bubble
um
and whatever the fuck the other one's called.
no, I thought that they were not Oscar worthy, but I thought that they were fine. Like, I did not hate them, but I did not
I
think that they
mean, in
were
comparison to the songs in Wicked that have been around for what however long Wicked's been a Broadway musical,
well,
30 years.
it's kind of hard to make a new hit with a piece that's already so complete. Like to give 2 new solos is when they already have solos in the movie is kind of hard. Or I guess when they already have pieces in the movie is kind of hard. But
Yeah.
I do think like I would not put it in the same category as Golden. It
Yeah,
doesn't make sense to make them
Golden's
Oscar
insane. And then,
worthy.
like I said, original song "I Lied to You" from Sinners. I'm pretty sure that is the song that he's playing that leads into the whole ability, like his ability popping off and all the people seeing the ancestors. I think I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I don't know if that's a song, but again, I think it wasn't even close. Golden is a fucking. It's probably one of the biggest songs in the world.
It's a masterpiece.
It's
It's
so good.
genuinely a
Like it's
masterpiece.
such a good fucking song. It's not. It wasn't even close. When like I have nothing else to say. Now we have Best Picture. So obviously, it went to one battle after another. I'm pretty sure one battle has won the equivalent of Best Picture in every major award ceremony. I think. So I think it was going to go to Best Picture. I think they were going to win Best Picture no matter what. I personally think it should have been F1 because I think overall the best movie of the year was F1. There was a lot of really good things to select from. I think it was you have Hamnet, Sinners, Marty Supreme, F1, One Battle. I think some of the even the lower end stuff on this list because there's so many movies like Frankenstein, Secret Agent, Sentimental Values. They're all still Begonia. They're all still really really good. It was such a like it was actually a really difficult best picture in my opinion. Like
I was gonna say, I think after seeing one battle, I think it's tied for me with F1. I do think F1 is like F1 is just so it's such a good movie.
Like I put one
But
battle
I
at
do
like 4 or 5 on the list.
I think if F1 had an extra 10 minutes spread out throughout the movie of more emotional effect of being a racer or physical effect of being a racer, I think if it had a little bit more depth, it would meet the same level as One Battle, emotionally speaking. But they're both just such good movies that I don't know.
Bro,
They are both very, very good.
the emotional feeling, I might just be a fucking I might just be off my rocker. When Brad Pitt goes into that, like he finally gets that zen at the end of the movie in the
Yeah, it's
final
like
race,
nothing.
and it's just silent and all you hear is like the car and everything else is quiet and it's just him going on that last lap to win. I literally cried because it's like he's achieved the thing he's been searching for, and then he just goes on to do something else. It's so like it's so good. It's so fucking good.
I agree. I think the depth, yes, I agree. And I think they're both emotionally deep. I think the depth that I was talking about is it's so hard to explain. It's political. Like One Battle After Another is a political movie,
Yeah, yeah,
whereas F1 is a not political virtually at all. Like pretty much nothing. Maybe financially, like money wise, because of the whole like you need a partner and blah blah blah, and we
yeah,
need
yeah.
funds and whatever. But One Battle After Another is political. It's immigration and racism and all of these things.
Yeah, they were
So I
he's
think that
basically a fucking freedom fighter and like all this
yeah, One
shit.
Battle After Another is about social issues, and F1 is about fulfilling your purpose.
Yeah.
So like they're so different that I don't honestly, this is the problem that I have with everything ever. I cannot compare them.
Yeah.
So it's both.
Like me
And you said
if
F1,
I was to
so
like break it down, I would do like for me like it's like F1, then Marty, then Sinners, then One Battle, then the rest of the ones are like very like close to each other. I think it's like
Marty
Frankenstein, then
is just not
Hamnet.
that high for me.
You're cracked out. We keep it stepping.
I know. We keep it stepping.
Um Production design goes to Frankenstein. It won over Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle, and Sinners. I agree. I think like the acting and stuff might not have been the best in that movie, but Guillermo del Toro is one thing that he knows how to do is fucking set up a movie to look a specific way, and he did such a good job. The Shape of Water is another perfect example. Pan's
I don't
Labyrinth,
like
the
this movie.
first Hellboy. Del Toro is so good at building a like environment and putting you in it so you feel it. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yes.
Like
Yes, but I just don't like his movies.
Like his movie, I love Guillermo del Toro. The movies I've seen of his, which is Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy, um, The Shape of Water, Frankenstein, and also he made a video game with Hideo Kojima, which is so good too. But yeah, I agree that I think production design. It was either for me. I think it was either probably Frankenstein or maybe Sinners, like that are up there as the top two.
I think Sinners. I don't know. I don't know. All of them love. I liked how Hamnet was very stripped down, but it also leaves you with not a lot to expand on per se. So
Some of the
yeah,
stuff in Hamnet
not
looked green screen, like
definitely
their position. It was weird. Remember when we were watching? I was like, "Is he on a green screen?"
it was the yeah, it
It
was
looked weird.
definitely
It's
the
just like the first
cinematography. It was
30
very
minutes of
weird.
that movie just killed the movie for me. It made me upset. Like I was like, why is this even
Yeah,
nominated for any fucking thing? It's so weird.
I think it recovered so well for me that it had to be a good pick of last year.
Now the next award, the most important one, because the winner is the best movie.
This is the easiest one.
Sound F fucking one. If they didn't
Like
win
obviously.
best sound, I was gonna lose my marbles. I have
Your
it.
marbles?
I was gonna lose it because like the
Not
the
lose your
the whole
shit, lose
movie
your
is like I was gonna lose everything. I was gonna get on the floor and start rolling around. It was over. I don't think it was even close for sound. F1 was the best sounding film. Period. Obviously, a lot of it has to do with the cars and the racing and everything around it, so it made sense. But it was the best sounding movie. So Rot's another
I
good
agree.
like call out because it's like they're in a rave, so it's a little interesting. the film, but I think F1 is by far the best option.
Okay. I
Uh,
agree. I could not agree more.
Yeah. I don't think it's even close. We keep it stepping. Thank God F1 won something, by the
Steppen.
way. Thank God F1 won something. Fucking hell. Visual effects. This is the one where like I think F1 is so sleep. I'm not going to show them yet, but I think F1 is such a sleeper in visual effects that it's such a good movie you don't think about the visual effects. And that's what makes visual effects so good. You're like, "Oh, they just shot them in the cars." Like, "No, that." But obviously, it goes to probably the largest visual effects movie of the year, which is Avatar Fire and Ash. I can't be upset, obviously.
I agree.
Like I physically cannot be upset that Avatar Fire and Ash won because it's fucking Avatar Fire and Ash.
It's Weta.
It's Weta. But I wanted
So
F1 to
for it.
win because of what it did and how what it deserved other things. So when I saw it in any category, I'm like hyped. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree.
But I'm pretty sure I said I wanted F1, but I said that Avatar was gonna win.
I
This
loved
movie is
yes,
dog
you
water.
did.
Anyone who bro, someone was in the comments talking about Jurassic World Rebirth or some shit. I was like, bro, that movie is fucking dog shit.
It was not great.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the visual effects artist that made that movie. The movie itself was just bad, and it's also very difficult to like make dinosaurs feel real and feel like the danger of those people. Like,
I
you know what
think
I
that's
mean?
one of the best parts of Jurassic Park is that you can, like, tell. Like, it's not like it's not like they're forcing you to feel like it's real. You're just like, it just is. Like, we know that it's not, and we're still gonna play along.
Yeah, but
Whereas
then the
in
story was
Jurassic World,
bad.
they always in what?
Oh, you're talking about Jurassic Park, the originals?
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, they know that we know they're not real dinosaurs. So like we're like already feeding into it by like just being involved. But I think in Jurassic World with modern VFX and blah blah blah, there is like a true effort. Like we want this to actually feel real. Like Avatar actually does feel real.
Hmm.
It feels like you could go to Pandora and live there, and it's very immersive. So I think that that's the issue with the Jurassic World movies.
And don't get me wrong,
You're
there's some
breathing super heavily into the microphone.
ins- I listen. There were some insane visual effects in Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't want to hate the water simulations, some crazy shit. A lot of the dinosaurs look phenomenal too, but it's just like it's Avatar Fire and Ash. And then also the
Obviously,
story in
yeah.
Jurassic World Rebirth really took me out of it. I did not like it at all. And then also it's
Yes.
F1, which is it a perfect example of a movie that's riddled with visual effects that you don't even fucking notice. You don't notice the visual effects in F1. You don't think there's
I
you
agree with you.
know what I mean?
However, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Yeah,
And
we I can't be
I
upset.
close my case.
All right, we go next.
We
Writing
go.
adapted screenplay, one battle after another. I don't think there was a better adapted screenplay other than One Battle. Like I think it's by far the best one. It's not even
I
close.
haven't seen Begonia, so I'm not gonna comment, but I One Battle was insane.
Yeah, I don't think it was
So yeah,
close. One Battle was phenomenal.
we're good.
I think Camnet was also like the concept of it was
I
really
didn't
good, but
I didn't realize these were adapted screenplays.
yeah. And then original screenplay goes to Ryan Coogler for Sinners. I think that's the last award. Yes, that is the last award. So I guess we'll. Do you think that
I
Sinners should have won?
no. No. I'm gonna tell you why.
Are you giving it to
I
Marty
love
Supreme?
Sinners. No, I don't know that I would give it to anything because I haven't seen Sentimental Value, but
True.
I don't think that I would give it to Sinners even if the other ones are worse. Well, no, let me rephrase that. I don't think that I would give it to Sinners if there was a better option. That's what I meant to say. Because, like, if I liked one of these better. Because, and I've talked about this often, but Sinners in the middle of the movie turns into a different movie. Don't get me wrong. Very good, very good writing, dialogue, and monologue and back and forth. Like it's very fresh, it feels very realistic. It feels like that's how things would actually play out if this scenario did happen.
Yeah.
Do I think that it has good follow through. No. I did not like that in the middle of the movie it all of a sudden becomes a completely about vampires, and I love the concept. I just think it needed to be referenced earlier on. Like for example, they do this scene where they go and knock on the door. Um what is that scene? They go and knock on the door and they're looking for somebody, remember? And it like hints at like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, when they're like in the middle of the cabin, right? Initially. Yeah, yeah. When you first
Yes,
see the
it's like the
vampires and stuff, right?
natives.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think the natives knock on their door. Okay, I thought that that was gonna become like a racism or I mean, obviously it is, obviously, but I thought that it was going to become like a we killed them humans. Like I thought that it was just like racism. Like we're just gonna kill them because they're native or black or Hispanic or whatever. But it was actually vampires.
Yeah.
And then the racism plays into it. So I think that I needed something more in the beginning to
Lead us into
who's
that.
calling you? Who's calling you?
Spam risk.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Spam risk, pick it up.
No. They're gonna try to steal my identity.
I want to know who it is. Um, yes. I thought it was your mom. That's why I was like, pick it up.
No. I think original screenplay. I think I said Marty Supreme, but I looking back at it, I think Sinners should win from what I've seen of these movies is just because the transition from movie to movie, like basically the first half to the second half, I think is such an insanely crazy concept. And it only happens because of the build up from the beginning of the movie that led into them getting their cousin performing at the barn and that leading the vampires to be attracted to that ability that then pushed the whole thing to happen. I think is
Yeah.
a crazy build up and transition. And it's like some M. Night Shyamalan level of fucking plot twist. It's so good.
I think now that you're reminding me of that part, that's not what I was going to say.
Hmm.
I think that what they should have done was had them drawn to him in the church when he's playing music and not be able to go into the church.
They were drawn to the ability, and he never activated the ability until he got to the barn.
I know. I think that he should have played in the church earlier in the movie, like in a service. And then they're drawn to it, and then if I would have been able to see them not entering the church, I would have been like, "Oh, this is definitely more than just racism. Like something is weird." Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think it was cool. It's like all everyone's at peace, everything's beautiful. Like they're able to do what they want to do in this place that they've built and cultivated themselves, this barn, and then they just get fucked by these these zombies, these
Yes,
vampires.
I just needed to know a little bit earlier that they were being hunted. I feel like it was kind of like happened in the middle of the movie, and then by then I'm already invested in this plot that like
I don't know. I think that
the plot at the beginning,
looking back
I
at
don't
it,
know.
thinking about it more and more, I think the transition was done. I think being able to mold these like two stories of like the racism and everything that happens at the beginning to this whole supernatural thing and make it one cohesive movie. I think first of all, Ryan Coogler writing this is crazy. Coming up with this is insane.
I agree. I fully
To
agree.
executing it in a way that gets him 16 nominations at an Oscar is insane.
Yeah, I think it's a
So I
beautiful
think it
movie.
has to
I just
win
didn't like that
off
in
of
the
that.
middle. It kind of just I think I just didn't like the middle, like how it just changed in the middle. I think I needed something earlier. Was it a phenomenal movie? Obviously, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's it. Those are the Oscars recapped. Do I think
2026.
there was some crazy snubs for F1? Yes. Do it was it it was kind of predictable. If you look at the SAG Awards and the Golden Globes and everything leading up to it, you can kind of see who's going to win. You can kind of tell. Like Jessie Buckley was going to take that fucking award because she won every other one. Sean Penn was running it down mid with
She deserved it,
supporting actor.
and so did
Amy
he.
Madigan was cooking with supporting actress. Like one battle pretty much won the equivalent of best picture everywhere. It won the equivalent of uh there was a couple ones that was like either 50-50 like casting. I think at the SAG Awards went to what's it called? Sinners, but here it went to One Battle. So like it's like there was a couple of them that was like very like but it was still just like it was one of these 3 to 4 movies. What I was surprised is that
I think so.
Frankenstein took pretty much anything related to like production, like the way it looked. It took costume, hair and makeup, and it took production design, which is, I think, deserved for that movie. And I'm happy that it won them because, like I said, Del Toro did such a phenomenal job building this world for Frankenstein and all this stuff to be in, and obviously conceptualized it with the team of producers and costume designers and hair and makeup people. They did such a phenomenal job that I think it deserved it. And if it didn't win, it would be crazy. Yeah. All in all, like I think it was like you can kind of predict it, and then also there was like stuff that deserved to get specific things, and they got it. So
I think it was great. I want to see the Oscars add voice acting one day to the lineup because I think after this year, I just have such a much more appreciation. I mean, I always did, uh, but like after K-pop, I'm like after K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm just like they needed something. Like
after Your
honestly,
Name,
I would have after your name. Oh yeah, yeah. Honestly, it's just they're beautiful, and
that would
that's
be
it.
cool. It would be
That's a
cool
wrap.
if they add something for voice acting.
It would be, and they deserve it.
All right, that is a wrap. We will catch you guys next week for our regularly scheduled programming. We're gonna go back to Fridays, obviously. I don't know what next week's episode is gonna be. We might be talking about some interesting concepts that.
We're gonna be talking about The Bride and Hoppers.
Oh yeah, we have to go watch those movies. No, we're gonna be talking about Project Hail Mary.
Where we might talk about a few things.
Yeah, we might sprinkle in some content in the middle, some post movie theater shorts.
Please let us know what you think about these Oscar wins. Let us know what you think about movies coming out this year. And find us on our other Instagram and TikTok under the same handle. And thank you so much for being here.
Peace.